Hey guys, and welcome back to the Final Sun channel. As always, super glad to have you all here. Today we're going to talk about completing the challenge card. I finally was able to hit that 100% mark for Thor, and I think there's some stuff we need to talk about it. So buckle up and let's get on this ride. If you guys like this video and you want to support me the best you can, do me that huge favor, and before we get down into this, like and subscribe. You're just all around a better person if you're able to change that word down there from subscribe to subscribed. Also, turn on your notifications so we can keep up with each other and you know when more helpful content comes out. Thank you. For those of you who are not familiar with the Heroes Challenge Pass, it's similar to a Battle Pass you could get in Fortnite or that you could get in Warzone. What you do is you have daily tasks and weekly tasks, and if you complete those you get points towards your challenge card. The biggest difference between this and a battle pass is that once it's completed, it's completely finished and you will not have to refresh it or buy a new one for that character. That being said, the daily challenges are different each day. For example, the ones I have here, this one says defeat 3 enemies after going airborne while landing, and this one says reach a combo of 5 hits or greater while unarmed. The daily challenges are pretty easy, and the weekly challenges are meant to provide a little bit more of a challenge that should take more up to a week to complete them. You do have one refresh per different section, so one daily refresh each day and one weekly refresh each week to replace one of the tasks if you think it's going to be too difficult for you to complete. That being said, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about this great number up here. We finally got 100% of this challenge pass completed for Thor, and we're going to talk about how I feel about it, and hopefully you guys will agree with me on what I reflect on and really what this challenge pass is all about. Looking at it here, obviously everyone wants to finish it to get what the ending reward is. And for every character, once you complete it, the final reward you get is a legendary costume. For Thor, we have this one right here. It is a cool looking costume, I will admit. It is probably the best variation, I think, for this costume itself, but it is just another reskin. There are at least 2 or 3 other costumes identical to this one right here, just with a different color palette. I know for a fact that when you get to level 50, you get one that has brown, and you can buy another one from the costume vendor, which has blue. So yeah, it's a little rewarding, but it's really not what makes these challenge passes worth it. Even after you do get to level 39 for the challenge pass, you get another costume. This is the same for every character. You get an epic costume. And for Thor, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this one. I think he just looks kind of silly. It's not the purple that gets me, it's just the animation to try and make him look more like his classic self. But keeping the same rendering system that they use for the characters in the game, it just doesn't match well. It looks tacky. Him having that really fake looking blonde hair, no beard. I mean, I like the helmet, but it just doesn't fit this game very well. It doesn't keep up with how cool these other costumes actually look. So again, you get costumes from these challenge passes, but they're not what makes it worth doing it all the way to the end. If you really want to look at it, you can see that there are actually 5 different variations of that legendary costume. Like I mentioned, here's a gold one, and the symbol on the back does look cool, but at the same time, it's not that different. There's also the black one, which honestly might look cooler than the white one, but it's all the same thing. You have the brown one I mentioned, and the blue one that I'm currently wearing. You get these costumes, but they don't vary enough to make a huge difference in the game. You do get some nameplates as well, and they're alright. I mean, it's another way to customize your character in a very limited option that we're given right now. In total, for completing it, you do end up getting 8, and not all of them are Thor specific. Some of them, like this one right here, are actually specific to everyone. You can wear it with any character you're playing as. And then you get some other cool ones. This is the one I currently have equipped right now because I think it's the coolest. But again, they're really not the prize that you get for completing a challenge card. The prize you get for completing a challenge card are 1,300 credits. You can get 1,300 credits for completing each Heroes Challenge Pass. And that means that you can get a total of 7,800 if you complete the entire thing, which is nice, but at the end of the day, what are you going to use those for? And the answer in short is cosmetics or future challenge passes. We know that we're going to be getting Black Panther, Kate Bishop, and Clinton Barton here coming up soon. So why do we need credits for these characters if they've already promised us that they're going to be free? And that's because they're not technically going to be free. I mean, sure, you can play as them for free, their missions will be free, but their character passes are not going to be. They're actually going to cost 1,000 credits to purchase. So if you complete one challenge card for any of these original 6 characters, then you can use 1,000 of those credits to purchase the challenge pass for any new hero that comes out. And you can keep that loop going as long as there are new heroes coming out, and you can buy the challenge pass each time they're released. That is my plan for it, so that's why I think that they're worth it. But the biggest satisfaction I honestly got from it here was just the 100% at the top right. It is completely done, finished, don't have to worry about it anymore. And it's a sense of success right there, an accomplishment, but that's really all it is. You do get some other resources throughout it. You get units, you can get those in game. You get other resources you can use to upgrade materials. You actually don't get any Uru or Polychorons until you've basically completed it anyway. But they are useful, you just don't get a whole lot of them. So at the end of the day, I would say the 2 biggest things you get for completing this are the credits and the sense of accomplishment. I'll continue to do them, but I hope that they do adjust these in the future so that they do feel a little bit better, a little more worthwhile for completing. Because if they're just going to give us reskinned costumes for completing it, the same as we do if we get to them to level 50, or if we buy them a legendary costume from the cosmetic store, it just doesn't seem worth it to do it for each individual character. It's sure not for the resources, and I probably will end up using these credits on costumes anyway. If you found this video to be helpful to you guys, and you thought it was entertaining, do me a huge favor and like and subscribe. It'll help keep you guys up to date, especially if you turn on those notifications, so you can see more content as it comes out. It means a lot to me, and I really would appreciate it. With that, I'll leave you guys all, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.